The major Everdale update is finally here and I am absolutely hyped.
Ain't no love like a real love, but it goes so fast, all tied up.
Hey guys, Alex here, otherwise known as Clash with Style. We're back with another Everdale video, and of course, it's update time. We are finally here with that next major content update, and I'm really excited. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna push this button, and we are gonna update our game and check out what is new here in Everdale. You guys wanted content, and my goodness, the Everdale team came through and they have given us content, more content than we can shake a little stick at. It is ridiculous. Sadly, I did just record a massive big chunk of the Everdale update video that you guys are watching right now, but then my computer crashed and all of my files got corrupted. But we're going to do our best to jump in here and we're going to take a look at absolutely everything. And one of the first things that really jumps out at me is the visual changes. Now, if you guys didn't know, in beta we have seen a lot of visual changes to the game, whether that's coming from villages and valleys through to Everdale or just from the beta at the start of Everdale till now. The visual changes have been, well, really substantial. There have been a lot of them, and I'm really loving it. The designers over at Everdale have done a fantastic job with the color scheme, with the look, with the feel of the game. I love this new village kitchen. I love to see the visual changes coming to it, as well as the study, the clay storages, the villager houses, and a few other things. We're seeing a lot of visual changes pushing through into the game. I don't know about you guys, but it just makes me feel like the village is really coming together and they're just putting a little bit more time into visually making sure everything is spot on. So one of the next things I want to talk about is, of course, the study. Now, with the new update, because there is so much new content, both the study here in our village and the study in our valley have had some major changes and some huge additions. Now, a lot of the things have been reworked. You'll notice that especially pushing here towards the study level 15, previously we only really were able to unlock the house. The last villager here was in the level 15. However, now they've kind of moved things around and the study level 15 has a lot more things actually in that section, and we can of course progress now in the game to level 16, which is really exciting. And that additional level is also going to allow us to unlock our 11th villager. How the Everdale team think we're going to be able to manage 11 different villagers at once is beyond me, but hey, I'm not complaining. My villager, that 11th villager, whenever I unlock it, is definitely just going to be chilling in the valley. Alright, so if we zoom out here into our valley, you guys will see it doesn't actually seem like there's too many changes. However, if we click this little button here, what it's going to do is it's going to allow us to see everything that's going on currently in the game. Now, we actually have an event going on over here next to our Grand Monument. This is an event that's going to tie directly into the Grand Monument, I believe. And it's usually going to be pretty simple. This one actually doesn't have a time limit on it. We're going to be able to go through, hopefully complete that, and it's just going to give us, if you guys click right here, 1000 Valley Research tokens, which actually is going to give us a nice little boost to unlocking some of the new features over here in our valley. But this ship right here is what I'm really most excited about. Basically, it's a brand new ship coming in the game. This is the introduction to that ship. You have to complete this event, and that is going to allow you to unlock that new ship, which is going to allow you to get cocoa, which is of course used for making chocolate, everyone's favorite sweet. That is going to allow us to unlock not only chocolate but loads of other new items here, and I'm really excited about it. So you guys want to make sure you are completing this the Dogfather event as quickly as you possibly can. And if you guys didn't already notice, up there at the top right hand side, 6 out of 6 event tokens. That is right, the Everdale team came through. They said, we have heard you loud and clear. We know that you are not getting enough event tokens. It's not as balanced as we were looking for. So they came through and they have corrected it for us. And now, luckily, we have doubled the amount of event tokens we're able to get. So big shout out to the Everdale team for actually listening to the community. So of course, once you guys have unlocked that event and you have completed it, that will show up right here and you'll be able to have that as a new ship to get cocoa. So jumping through here into our potion maker, you guys will see if we scroll to the bottom, there are going to be 2 new potions that have been added to the game. Excuse me for not having researched some of the other potions. They're not really my top priority, but we're now going to be able to get a builder's tonic and an animal handler's tonic. And if you guys didn't know, animal handling is one of the new skills in the game. So that is going to go alongside if we hop back into our village over here and we click, for example, on Rhonda. You guys will see right down there at the bottom. Now, it looks like visually they might actually need to work on this a little bit. I think that they've maybe messed this up a little bit. I think it should actually be over next to farming. But we are now able to level up animal handling. I, of course, first of all, need to unlock it in the study. So we've got a little bit of work to put here in my valley, and I've got a bit of work to put here in my village. But we can now upgrade a brand new skill in the game, which is going to be pretty expensive and time consuming. Now moving over into the preservery, you guys will see we've got some stinky honky ponky cheese over here. We also have some yogurt. So 2 new things that have been added into the game in the preservery are going to be stinky cheese and yogurt. Both of those will, of course, need milk, which you will be able to get from unlocking the cow in your study and then building it in your village. Alright, so jumping through into our bakery, we can now get chocolate mousse. Oh, I absolutely love chocolate mousse. So we can do that. We can do chocolate lava cake. Oh, chocolate sweet heaven. And we have some question marks on that last one. What could it possibly be? That's right, it's grilled cheese. Moving over here onto our tailor, we can now unlock silk scarves as well as silk ties. Those will be unlocked in your village. You do need to make sure you unlock all the things revolving around silk. I believe there's going to be a new building specifically for that, so make sure you guys unlock that as quickly as you can so you can start producing some of these new things in your tailor. Of course, we cannot forget about the toy workshop. Everyone loves a good old toy. We now have a fancy doll alongside that wooden doll, and we have probably my favorite name in the game, Wind Up Winston. I don't know about you guys, but I am going to be making so many of these Wind Up Winstons because I just think the name is amazing. Alright, and now jumping through into our great library. Obviously, we have a lot of work to do in our village, but you need to make sure you're not forgetting about your valley. You have to work together with your valley mates to try and unlock everything here in your valley as well. We're going to be able to get a lot of new buildings, and one of those is the Animal Handlers Guild. You want to make sure you're unlocking that so you can level up your villagers on that new skill, animal handling. Another building you guys will want to unlock is, of course, the dairy. That is where you're going to be able to produce some milk. And as we progress through to the end, you'll see there's just a ridiculous amount of new levels being added on to all of these new buildings that we are unlocking. So make sure you guys try and do those as quickly as you can. This is, of course, going to mean that maxed out valleys now actually have a little bit something more to work towards, and they're not just sitting back idling. Hopefully, this will also mean that we're going to continually get lots and lots more content. I'm really looking forward to seeing how the game progresses, because this major content update is absolutely what the game needed, and I'm really looking forward to seeing if they actually might take on board any of my previous video ideas. I have made a huge amount of Everdale idea videos on potential updates, and if they were to use any of them, that would be awesome. If you guys do want to check out any of them, I have made a crazy amount of them. All of them, of course, are on my channel. You can just go ahead, click on Clash with Style, and you guys will be able to see all of my previous videos. Now, one of my favorite new features here in the game is the changes they've actually made to the shop. Now, you guys will see there are now 3 tabs down here at the bottom. We have resources, we have gems, and we have decorations. And I think this is fantastic. The previous shop, you had to scroll and scroll and scroll for hours just to get to the bottom of it. But now, they've got resources and stuff in one, they've got gems in the second, and all of the decorations. You're actually able to scroll through all of the bundles here. Obviously, the pets, I've previously bought all of them. If you guys do want to see the video of me spending a ridiculous amount of money buying all 4 of these pets, you guys can check that video out in the card over here. But we're able to also get roads, we're able to get flowers, fences, greenery, structures, and then, of course, all the skins. That's outfits, homes, and moongate. So they now have a lot more available all at once. Sadly, I think there are a few things that are currently missing. Some of the fences are missing. Grass is also currently missing from the greenery section. Grass is something I've been building up a ridiculous amount of, because I am going to redo my village very, very soon. I'm going to stick with that efficient kind of theme I came up with a couple of videos back, but I am planning on redoing that and potentially looking at doing a live stream over on Twitch. So let me know down in the comments if that is something you guys would be interested in watching. But we do have some packs here that I am certainly going to be buying, but I am not going to be buying them in this video. I'm going to keep you guys waiting until my very next Everdale video, where I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to gem as much of this update as I can afford. Remember, I do have a baby on the way. You guys can see a lot of the baby stuff here in the back. I'm not going to break the bank, but I am going to invest a little bit here into the game because this is my favorite game. Don't tell Clash of Clans. But that does bring me to the end of this video. I wanted to keep it nice and short and sweet for you guys. I am absolutely loving this Everdale update. Hopefully you guys are too. I know a lot of you have been desperate for a huge content update, and that is exactly what we have here in the game. Now, of course, make sure you subscribe and like the video. If we can get as many likes on the video as I can, that's gonna help me out, because this next video is certainly going to hurt my wallet a little bit. But until the next one, I hope you guys enjoy this update, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.